Adults, you know, from the outside looking in, you really don't have a clue to the things that little children are going through. Because, a lot of times they fighting and they battling things on their own. And that's not really good, because just in my case, you see how things can drastically change, just the idea. There was a time where I was ready to tap out, because I didn't feel loved by anybody. You know what I'm saying? But my grandmother Lula, my grandpa Johnny, I didn't even find out that he wasn't my biological grandfather until I was 13. But that's another story. And my Auntie Jackie. My Auntie Jackie as a kid, oh, that woman had magic. For real. So sweet a person. Shout out Auntie Jackie. But yes. So I'm encouraging, you know, all of y'all out there to take an interest in being a positive motivator for the children. You all was once children yourself. So y'all know. Y'all have experienced things also on your own. Y'all's may not be as drastic as mine was, but we all as children experience things. The problem with us as adults, and this is the realization that I've come to understand. We get to believe in that once we mature that and survive trauma that it no longer exists, or um what's that word, the fuckery, it doesn't exist because we've escaped it. But no, the chaos is still active. you know if not in our lives, it starts in our children's lives. Okay, because it's a process. It's a tool, and it's, I don't say it like it's really meant to purposely hurt us, but it's something that conditions us in our journey to be better. But if you don't have those people involved in your life to help you to deal with the trauma when it happens, that child can experience very dark roads. So we got to get out of that way of thinking. I know as a young person, I was a child in the 90s, okay? And a lot of the kids from the 90s end up becoming those providers or drug dealers on the streets, okay? They was kids. Imagine all the trauma those young boys experienced, or those young girls trying to be their girlfriends or leading lady or whatever. Lot of trauma, and now that generation is adults, and what I want them to know is now is not the time to just be looking around and say, or not caring about the kids, because somebody somewhere cared for you or thought about you. You know what I'm saying? Little bitty things. I look at something as simple as when I was a little kid, I was probably like one of the only little girls that got to work for Bill Truck. I was taking the boxes out and throwing them in the garbage and earning money and getting candy and all of those things. But I assumed that it wasn't looking right. You know what I'm saying? So he asked me to go find my brother or a cousin. You know what I'm saying? So I made my brother aware. And eventually he got to work for Bill's Truck, but my brother was lazy then. So he didn't hold that job down that much longer. And eventually, my little cousin OJ got to be that guy to work for Bill's truck, and he was his employee for years. But I say that to say we had all type of older people that was there inspiring us as kids. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was just to dream of success, or to having more. We had those. Even the icy ladies or whatever. We had those people who was there that planted themselves in the kids' lives. Just a happy word, a word of cheer or whatever. They was there, okay? So I'm trying to motivate and encourage my generation. Like I said, because we have stepped into that role now. We not the kids no more. We not those babies, okay? But those children now, they need us. And I'm making you aware that I'm somebody that has chosen to take on this role. So even if you don't want to be that person physically, you can donate to my organization. You can go on my web page to do this, okay? Because I got donate buttons. My Cash App is WCUAV, V as in violence. And my name is Katrina Stratford. Okay, STRAD as in dog, F as in frog, ORD. I'm not hard to find on there. You'll see some hands collapsed together, just like what's on my website. Take a look at my website. I want to offer bullying classes, just to give kids insight and parents insight. I would like this to be a program that a parent does with their child, rather than doing it alone. It's time for parents to make time for the kids, okay? And understand what may be going on with their child. Kids experience so much trauma. Kids try to put on a good face because of how much they love their parents. I know this because I experienced this with my oldest daughter. My oldest daughter swears she loves me the most. She is bananas when it comes to her mother. And I understand her trauma, but I need her to recognize her trauma also and what it really is. It really has nothing to do with me because I love her to death. Yes, but yes, we need to be there. Start being there for these children and help them through their difficulty. I hope that hearing my traumatic story as a young person, I hope it inspires you also to tell your story and to forgive everybody that's hurt you. Do you know that both of the men who molested me as a girl have acknowledged it and have apologized to me for doing it? They have. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that we're all going to be buddy. You know what I'm saying? But just the fact that they took accountability for the trauma, for being a person to be there, to coax a kid. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that because it shows me that it wasn't all in my head. You know what I'm saying? Lamont has since died, you know what I'm saying? But before that, he called me up and he apologized to me. Okay? And as a matter of fact, I got in my car and I drove over to my mom's house and I gave her the phone so that he could apologize to her too. Okay? And he did. So that's God's love all over me. You know what I'm saying? how much God loved me just for giving me those type of stories, And I always put my best foot forward. So, but I'm just letting y'all know, like our interpretations, we got to start letting stuff go. You know, whatever the trauma is, you know, like I said, we hold on to grudge for no reason. Things have happened. Things have shaped you for the better, if not for anything, to be aware with your own children. You know what I'm saying? Forgive and let go. Okay? I don't want to deny or denounce anybody else's trauma. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's trauma is different. But I hear you. Okay? I see you. And I want y'all to be able to see these kids and help these kids. Okay? But I decided to share that part because I, just be wanting y'all to know, like, I do these videos now with my rolling on down and all of this stuff. Those are celebrations of me, because of the trauma that I've endured. Not trying to be the body, you know what I'm saying? To be the sexual deviant. No. Those things I am not. I'm a woman who's endured a lot and always puts my best foot forward, okay? But I thank you for listening. Don't forget to give me some likes and to share. Share my videos, okay? And y'all take care. And please be sure to visit my website and leave me some comments down below. Y'all don't have to dedicate a lot of time as a volunteer. I want to give you some information, you know what I'm saying? Some tools just to make you also a better individual. That's my gift to you for being a part of this and dedicating that time to these kids. I also want to shout out my big buddy, my big sister. Her name is Tanya. Tanya was 16 years old when I was 9 years old after I experienced this trauma. That young girl, she didn't know what, I had been through, but she wanted to be of importance to somebody. And God gave her to me. And I'm thankful. And to this day, she's a part of my life. I don't see her as often, but I love her, and I got mad respect for Tanya. That's probably the reason why I like blonde hair too. Because she had blonde hair, and she was heavy set, but she was a beautiful person, and she still is. I thank her for being my big sister. And as a gift, she brought me a Michael Jackson record. And I played the heck out of that record. Thank you. Thank you, Tanya Taylor, for being my big sister. Okay, that's enough because I'm not trying to make y'all cry. But y'all take care, be inspired by these parts of my story. Okay, be well.